It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders' leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, and it's all up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin here in Dallas, joined by Charles Davis, as I am every year at this special time. Happy Thanksgiving, partner.
And happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone who's checking out this game.
Yeah, great to spend it with all of you at home. Boy, they've been doing this here in Dallas a long time, since 1966. And it's always a little more intriguing when it's a divisional matchup like we have here this afternoon.
And not only a divisional matchup, how about a heated run?
Well, what a fun battle this should be. Washington and Dallas, traditional rivals, underway here on Thanksgiving Day. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions.
Starting the drive with Algier. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a 2nd and 10. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. And he fields it cleanly. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Prescott on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Prescott to throw it. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And again, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. Touchdown! Jalen Tolbert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Again, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Gets around him. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And what a return as he brings us all the way back down to the 20-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now. To throw is Prescott. That one too wide and incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Daniels. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tressway on to punt the football. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Algier going straight ahead. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 21 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
On play action, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 49 yards. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Aubrey now for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The kick by McManus is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Throw complete right side to Cooks. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And he's brought down. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Algier now up the middle. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Algier with another carry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Back to throw. Daniels being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down, and they'll start with Algier. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Algier is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Here's Foles. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Foles. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. With Nick Bonito not letting him escape there, he was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They'll throw again. Prescott. That is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. Finally on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for Bears and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Eric Kendricks, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now Foles. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
Well, you don't see a ton of draws called on 1st and 10, and often with good reason, because most defenses are ready for early down runs and often stack the box to limit those gains.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll look to throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are able to claw one back. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And out now come the Cowboys. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Yeah, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Prescott. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. This pass hauled in by Dotson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The kick by McManus is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They'll run for it with Algier. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught by Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll stick with Algier. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff to Algier. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Foles. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Foles throw complete to Dotson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now Foles. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Back to throw again. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
And the Washington first down.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. from 19 yards away. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Gives it to Algier to start things off. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Algier. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Algier going straight ahead. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to